The fall of Bashar al-Assad in Syria has dealt a blow to the Kremlin's ambitions to project the illusion of invincibility on the international stage. Positive comments about Syria have plummeted on Russian social media, according to data analysis firm Filter Labs. This shows that even among Russian military bloggers, the mood has shifted sharply towards disappointment, The Guardian writes. For Putin, who has spent years governing the country by manipulating perceptions, such failures are a nightmare. The Kremlin's political strength has always been its ability to project an image of power without real resources. This was first done domestically through television and the media, and then transferred to the international arena. But with the loss of Syria, Russia is losing a key element of its superpower movie. Now international pressure is mounting. Protests in Georgia against its pro-Russian course are beginning to bear fruit, and Western sanctions are gradually narrowing economic room for maneuver. Georgian leaders could find themselves isolated if they fail to meet the European aspirations of their people. The situation in Moldova is similar. The Kremlin's attempts to derail the country's European course through corruption and propaganda have failed. Putin is not afraid of elections, but he is worried when people do not follow his orders, the article notes. Ukraine is taking direct action with drone strikes on military production facilities deep inside Russia and the spectacular assassination of a Russian general in the heart of Moscow. But its democratic allies can do much more by relearning the art of economic and political warfare, the author notes. I would like to note that a significant portion of the so-called Iranian Shaheeds, Shahed 131 and Shahed 136, were supplied to the Russian Federation from Syria. It was there that the factories for the production of these attack drones were located under the leadership of the pro-Iranian terrorist organization Hezbollah. After the well-known events, that is, the fall of the Bashar al-Assad regime, the ability of the Russian side to replenish its drone stocks through Syrian production dropped sharply. Incidentally, this was one of the main channels for supplying drones to the Federation, the military analyst Dmitry Snegirev said on Freedom TV. According to him, the production volumes of Russian drones in Alabuga in Tatarstan have also decreased. We all remember the successful greetings of the main intelligence directorate of the Ministry of Defense of Ukraine to Russian enterprises in this region, added the guest on the air. He also recalled the successful strike by the Ukrainian army on the territory of a technical school in the Kursk region, where Russian troops had set up a training center for FPV drone operators and a storage site for attack UAVs.
A Ukrainian fighter who was surrounded in the Kursk region of Russia has surrendered to the Russian military. The relevant images were spread on Russian Telegram channels. Addressing the Ukrainian fighter, the Russian soldier said that he had no way out, that his fellow soldiers had been killed, and that he might face the same fate. The Russian soldier, who said that there are corpses of Ukrainian soldiers around, promised that the Ukrainian fighter would be spared if he surrendered. Later, the fighter came out of his hiding place and surrendered to Russians.
4 минуты! 4 минуты вам осталось! Выбирайте, жить или умереть на русской земле в руинах. Вас никогда не найдут, вас никогда не похоронят. Я вам дам сигарету и напою чаем. Выходите, хлопцы. Ваших тут нет. Район полностью под нашим контролем. Ваши побратимы лежат вокруг здания 200. Если вы не хотите стать внутри здания, в подвале, выходите.
Вот там встань. Залезай сейчас сюда.
К стене, к стене.
Не, тихо, тихо, тихо.
Нормально, иди.
Вылезай, вылезай. Снимай с себя броню. Он один ходячий. Смотри под броней, чтобы ничего не было. Снимай бушлат, полностью снимай.
Бушлат в руки. Снимайте в руки сюда.
The 14th Regiment of Unmanned Systems of the Ukrainian Armed Forces, known as Tahi Madhya, has begun using fiber optic FPV drones on the battlefield. The unit commander Robert Brovdy under the call sign Madhyar, published footage of the UAV's combat work on his Telegram channel. The fiber optic drone was developed by the engineering service Tahi Madhyar. It has already been tested on the battlefield. It was successfully able to destroy an enemy tank that was firing at the Ukrainian Armed Forces position. There is a lot of talk about plans to use fiber optics on FPV drones. Like, the occupiers are increasing their use and the Ukrainian Armed Forces are only testing them. Not all. We are using them, said Madhyar. He named two main advantages of drones of this type. The first is the transmission of video without loss of quality. The second is invulnerability to enemy electronic warfare systems. A regular drone doesn't have a chance. The electronic warfare is working, the commander noted. He specified that the development was transferred to the highest military leadership, which launched the process of industrial production of the new UAV. Earlier, media reported that the Ukrainian Armed Forces spoke about the advantages of the new fiber optic drone. Kiev has completed the testing phase of a new fiber optic drone from the Black Widow Web 10 project. The press service of the General Staff of the Armed Forces of Ukraine reported this. The new type of drone can fly up to 5 kilometers and carry ammunition weighing up to 2 kilograms. It will not be just one drone, but a whole line that has already received NATO codes. The main innovation of the drone is overcoming enemy electronic warfare systems. Moreover, the new drone is on fiber optics, which will make it possible to use the same technology on FPV drones in the future. Back in March 2024, the media reported that work on creating fiber optic drones was in full swing in Ukraine. At that time, they were talking about the Banderik Strelka drone, which could stay in the air for about 15 minutes and carry ammunition weighing up to 3 kilograms. Putin's army is actively using fiber optic drones in the Kherson region.